Okay. Hello, hello, hello. I'm just doing another little test stream here with a new microphone at this location, because the previous streams I've done from this location have relied on the webcam microphone, which is not so great. So let's see how this one goes. I'm going to start with a bit of Night Raid, which is one of the shooters from Takumi. Now, I've never really got on with Takumi shooters, I'll be honest with you. They also did Mars Matrix and Gigawing, and I found them a bit confusing. Gigawing's all about massive scoring, Mars Matrix has got some sort of odd mechanics too, or bullet deflections and all sorts. And from what I know, Night Raid follows along the similar lines of having a system that might not be quite obvious if you've never played it before, and I'll just try to explain it here, but it's all in Japanese, and it's one of those games where you can have a positive score and a negative score. Yes, that's as confusing as it sounds. So I don't know, if this was in English maybe I'd have a better idea, but as far as we know this game was never released in English. But if it was, there are no dump sets that are in English, so we'll just let me do. So it's got a bit of a rocky soundtrack. So at the moment I'm shooting stuff like this and I'm clearly getting negative points, and the high score is positive. No, the high score, now it's telling me what the negative high score is. Now I've got positive points. You see the confusion here, and now I pressed a button and did some special attack. So I've got lots of positive points now. Yeah, what? I don't quite get this game, to say the least. And in this case, I don't really understand what the special move is. Do I have to lock on? I think if I lock on, then no, not this time. Still do that move. So yes, in terms of strategies for this game, I will be honest and say I have none. It's one of those GNet games, one of the shooters on GNet, and one of many shooters on GNet, but not one I've ever really managed to understand. And as far as I know, not a super popular game in its own right. So I think I've lost a load of points now. Everything I'm doing is giving me negative points. But right now I've got some positive. Yeah. Confusing game, this one. I'm sure if somebody was to explain the system to me, I might start to make sense of it, but other than that, you can just see me blasting things and failing to score points, or scoring points I don't want. Now, I don't know of any other game that has this kind of scoring gimmick, so I guess that makes it unique, but maybe too unique. I mean, you know, there's no level of familiarity with any of what's going on. You know, you can't suddenly go, oh yeah, that's obvious. Is it a polarity system? I don't know. See, everything now is really, really, really negative. But see, that's all negative. I honestly don't get it. Well, bomb attack. But you see, I had a big positive score at one point, and now it's flip-flopped to being a negative. Now I'm getting positive scores here. So yes, if anybody understands the mechanics of this game, hey Tara, hey, welcome, welcome, welcome. Yes, there's very many colours in this. It's, I mean, it's got some quite nice visuals. It's running on PlayStation type hardware, but the gameplay here is absolutely nonsense to me. So if anybody who does know how to play it, or is watching this on YouTube and wishes to explain to me how to play it, I might give it another shot. It's one that's been on my sort of to-stream list for ages, and then I've fired it up a few times and gone, what am I doing? Don't know. And then picked like different GNet shooting ones to play. How's the sound anyway, Tara? Is it nice and clear? Or is it still a bit funny? I don't know. It's, when I first set up the microphone, I had to turn the gain up, and now I've rebooted the PC and had to turn the gain off. Was it the shades? They're just They're just some of those blue light blocking ones that are meant to help with eye strain, Antaeus. So I don't know if they do, but you know, why not? They came free with some PCs stuff I bought like a while back. A bit better than getting, say, Norton antivirus for free, which is what came with this stuff, but I don't mind. Quite like them. I do really like the visual style of this game. I think it looks a lot better than Takumi's pre-rendered nonsense on CPS hardware, you know, giggling with Mars Matrix. But in terms of the game being accessible, am I trying to be cool? No, I can't be cool. I can't be cool, Antaeus. You should know this by now. Sound is okay, thank you, Tara. So yeah, this is only going to be maybe a short stream for an hour, so I just wanted to make sure all this worked. Got a blanket coming later as well from Amazon at some point, because it's cold and blankets are important. Yeah. Plus, you know, my friend here has my other blanket, and they are using that to keep warm, so we are short on blankets. And we did get a bit of snow the other day, that white stuff. So I think we might be in for a cold snap. So yeah, I'm not beating any kind of high score here. Sound level is always difficult to get right. This is, according to my monitor here, maybe still a little loud on the microphone, but then it's indicating the game sound should be loud in it as, I don't know, we'll see. I think I'm just going to have to play it by ear. Blasting things. This game, all the backgrounds in this game feel very sort of abstract, minimal, just shapes and confusing too. There's not obviously recognisable landscapes or planets or anything else. It's a very arty looking game, which may also not help with making it easy to understand. It seems to be all about colours and shapes and other things rather than the traditional you're flying over a landscape blowing stuff up. Just have a nice rocking soundtrack, I have to say. It's called Night Raid. I believe there was a PlayStation port as well, although I can't say for sure. It is on PlayStation type hardware. Anyway, that is Night Raid. So let's move on to a different game then and see how things go. I think this is a vertical one. So I can take the shades off if you want. Ooh, now everything's a different colour. Yeah, my eyes have been a little sore. So Galaxy Gunners, how loud is this one going to be compared to Night Raid? Is it going to work? Is it not going to work? Oh, it's there we go. Galaxy Gunners. So this seems a bit louder to my ears. Yeah, this is going way up in the air. So let's turn this one down a little bit. This is also a shoot 'em up. This is a shoot 'em up from Electronic Devices of Italy. That's a bit loud. So, it really wants to be, what is that? Is it the Jalico game, Exorcist? Is that what I'm thinking of? With the rolling landscape? This is a 16-bit version. Is it called a shoot 'em up because you're travelling up the screen? I mean, games like R-Type would kind of want to disagree with that, Antaeus. A shmup. Maybe a shrimp. Maybe it's called a shrimp. Maybe they're shrimp games. But I think that's probably on sort of more seafood-based. It's a very twangy shot, isn't it? Now this has also got scores that appear in both colours in blue and red, but I don't think in this case they are positive and negative scores. I think it's just coloured scores. At least I hope it's not. I hope I've not stumbled across two games with negative scoring mechanics in a row, because that would be weird. So yeah, Electronic Devices are one of those, I believe, Italian companies that put out quite a few janky games. Very, I mean, obviously Euro shoot 'em ups. This doesn't have momentum on Euro ship movement somehow. Otherwise, it does feel a lot like maybe a PC DOS game of the era rather than an arcade. However, you know, compared to some of their other output, it looks fairly professional. I believe they've got other games like Born to Fight, the Operation Wolf knockoff to their name, and Mighty Warriors, the ambitious fighting game with gladiators and the like, and Mug Smashers, although I don't know if that was entirely out on the prices. They've got a few, and they're all very Euro junk. This is one where Rapid Fire would really help too. Yeah, it's just a very basic shooting up with rolling landscape background, which kind of makes it look like a fake super scaler, but there's not really any scaling of note. It's just buildings rolling over the landscape like you're travelling around the planet infinitely. But yeah, I don't play this one very often because there's not much to show for it. You just shoot waves of enemies, you get the power-ups, you shoot more waves of enemies, and then you get this. You get a bit of a boss. And you got a loop-the-loop avoidance move, a bit like the old Capcom 1942. Let's continue. So it feels a lot more primitive. It feels more like a game of the 80s than a game of the 90s. I'm not even sure what's killing me at the time, but the bullets are... They're quite difficult to see. They just charge you. I don't know how you're meant to avoid a bullet that just suddenly homes in on you just like that. Maybe going to shoot them first? I'm not sure. Yeah, let's have a cockpit view. Now in space, I believe. No planet background. But again, it's very basic. It does have, say, multiple layers of power, like you got stars moving at different speeds. They tried, but yeah, it does feel more like a shareware game, or you know, maybe a DOS game that commercially was released, but doesn't really stand up against the other arcade shooters of 1989. Oh, I thought it was the 90s. It's 1989 apparently, so almost 90s, but you know, unless 1989 is the earliest possible date. No, it says 1989 there, so 1989 even. I thought this was like 1991 or so. So maybe for 89 it's more reasonable, but you know, Capcom had got CPS hardware on the market this time. You get games like Forgotten Worlds. And yeah, this just feel a bit basic. That's a lot of high score names though. 50 names on that high score table. Ships are a little basic. I mean, you've got your red and blue standard colours. Not much more to say about Galaxy Gunners. If you've not played it and you want a very basic shoot 'em up that's not too challenging, apart from some of those boss bullets, then it might be one to try. But yes, let's exit that one for now and have a little look at something else. What shall we have a look at? Shall we stick with the very janky games? I think we should. Let's stick with janky games and have a look at an IGS title. This is Alien Challenge from IGS. Now this is before they did PGM hardware. When they were mostly still doing gambling games, in fact, they released Alien Challenge, which is a fighting game. A fighting game made in Taiwan in 1994. And it's a great production or something like that, and you shouldn't copy it. And that was IGS's logo at the time. Now, IGS did do some games before this, which were also quite heavily protected and don't run in MAME. They've got IQ, Pipe, and Beauty Block, I think, when they were trading under the name AMT. Those run on System 16 knockoff hardware, but are heavily protected. Like most IGS games, they're heavily protected, but those ones haven't been figured out yet, whereas this one has, so this is quite playable. Look at your buttons, A, B, C, D, E, F. Your 6 buttons. Yes, let's clean it up. So, Alien Challenge. We've got a clown. Is that a reference to Fighter's History? That sort of clown, eh? Or we can play as wolf, dog, thing. So, yes, werewolf. So yes, Taiwanese fighter. Super janky, as you would expect. You know, maybe that's just what my streams are. Super janky streams. The names aren't even translated to the top there, even though this is meant to be a world export set. Minimal effort in terms of that type of thing. I don't have the idea of key mappings here. I do have my PlayStation playing this time, so I could potentially go back. No, lost. Backgrounds very much remind me of things like Sango Fighter, which was a PC DOS game and also on the A-Cam. I mean, you still get janky fighters today. I've got Fight of Gods on the Switch, which is a game. Pow! Give me pow! Give me pow food chicken! Oh, I didn't get pow food chicken. I died in a horrible explosion. And turn from man to werewolf to puppy dog. Okay. That's a credit. Yes. So, story that you don't have time to read because it scrolls too quickly, and then it just at the end of the story it's got the copyright message. Yeah. Let's play as fire everything against football-y guy. Yes. They've got an electro coin thing in the background there, so I guess they must have been working with electro coin for the cabinets, maybe over here in the UK. And Nova, I'm seeing Nova as a logo on some German stuff, I think. And who else we got logos for back here? So these must have been their distributors in different countries. South Pacific, is that? Oh, we won, and there was a little bit of that red stuff. The crowd are not that animated. There's one or two people like crowd animated. I want to see more logos. We've got is that a Unico thing in the far corner there? Might be. So how do you get the actual food items? Because they don't seem to collide with me. I don't know. I think we lost. So yeah, Alien Challenge. A lot of people actually remember this one fondly. I'm surprised because it just seems ridiculously messy. But the sound effects where the football sound like fireworks going off. And I've got a throw thing too, where I throw a fireball. Yeah, this is. It's very fast paced though. Maybe that's the thing. I think I won! Woo, I won, I didn't lose. Me winning in a random fighting game is special. So there's even a... Is it? It's not a web address on it, is it? But do we get to fight next? We get to fight Goldman. In front of a nice helicopter. I don't know. Who's Goldman? Why is he in America? What's this got to do with anything? I want the burger. How do I get the burger? I don't understand this. I don't understand how you get the food. Unless that's a regulation thing. Even got some fighter jets going past. But, okay. This is almost as ridiculous as Best of Best. Best of Best is quite ridiculous. Maybe I'll have to play Best of Best next. Just to, keep the junk going. No, I don't know how you get that. Maybe it just has to be morphs into a missile. It's quite the game. Quite the game, indeed. Yes. Game over, and then we get the warning and the everything else back. on the story. So IGS indeed, with Alien Challenge. Yes, let's play with the best of best. I say this is only going to be a very short stream because this is just a test stream really, but I'm glad to hear the audio levels aren't too bad. Best of best by Suna. We've gone from Taiwan to Korea. Now in 1994. Well, again we're in 1994. Alien Challenge was 94 as well, wasn't it? So, best of best. Look at the blazing sun. Best. Of best. Now you have to give Suna credit. They are one of those Korean companies that did write their own games. They programmed their own stuff. They stole some ideas and some sound effects and some graphics and some very obvious character inspirations, but they have to also like using classical music in places. So shall we go with this guy? Yes, let's go with this guy. Look, we've got a list of moves here that you can learn if you want to. Art of Sure Killing. But yes, we're totally not somebody who looks a bit like Hulk Hogan. Totally not in a stage that looks a bit like a Street Fighter stage. Oh, again, we've got a fighter jet. And totally not fighting somebody who looks like they just jumped out of the car with obvious. I mean, they don't have a gun, but they're using their rounds like a whip. I win with a rainbow, well, not quite rainbow coloured, you win. Beware of something. Jet, probably. Fighting. It's telling me what the computer moves. Beware of propellers and something. Oh, and you are doing that. So, yeah, the music is very Seta. Seta also ripped off Bubble Bobble with an Ultra Balloon. They have got the Hardhead games, including the one where you play as a naked baby. Let's beware of jet blast propellers and rotors. And janky fighting games. Victor, loser. Who do we fight next? No, you select your own player again. Yeah, that's one of the weird things in this. You can change player between rounds. What fighting games let you do that? This is a 94 motor show? You have to know it's 1994, they have to remind you. I don't think Seta have any racing games. Let's just throw you around a bit. There we go. Okay, I win again. Excellent. Fight 4, fighting. Whoa, don't do that nasty move, you monkey guy. Your big earrings. Yes, I'm just button mashing because I don't want it. Bye. Ow. That was an over-the-top animation. Come on, I've got to win this round. Hey, don't do that move. I don't like that, okay? There's something that is quite satisfying about playing this, though, despite how objectively awful it is. It feels different. it does feel like it's been programmed by somebody who's never played a fighting game before, or maybe has played an older one like Kung Fu. It's weird, and I lost. Yes, I lose. Write your name. Okay, continue. Yes. I still got to choose another character, so I can choose this guy. Where are we going to fight this time? Oh, we're staying at the same location. I have a blade though. Let's keep it in the corner here. Let's try to. Oh, it flashed on the screen there. Yes, do that more. Make it hurt. No. Get one more hit. Go on. There you go. Yes. Now, I might do a proper stream later today, I'm not sure yet. This is just meant to be a test. I might flip back to YouTube for a stream later, which you may see before you see this one, because if I export this to YouTube and you're watching on YouTube, it might take a while. Yes, do that one. I like this guy. I mean, you probably shouldn't lick his blade like that. That's how you cut your tongue. But, I just assume that he is experienced in doing that, and he's not going to cut his tongue. Now I'm playing against what? Totally not Chun-Li? I don't know. I'm just flipping all over the place. I feel a bit mean. So, yeah, play a little bit more of this. And, magic. Fancy tricks, so I don't know where she is. Yes, she is. I'm destroying the scenery. He looks so bendy. They look like they're made of rubber. Don't really know what it flashes on the screen. It doesn't really give you time to read it. I think it's ramped up the difficulty suddenly though. Look, she's suddenly cornering me, doing all sorts of things and not letting me get moving. Whereas before, I was pretty much unchallenged. When it ramps up the difficulty, this one is quite obvious. I'm going to do your hair move then, won't you? Yeah. Oh yes, do that. Do that more. I can do the teleporting from 3 people into. Yeah, she's gonna beat me. Yep. So let's see what. Let's start again. So read Tom. That's one stage. I want to see what different stages we've got. I've seen that stage. It's not going to give me many different stages, is it? probably not. There's some more say. We'll have a look at that another time anyway. There were some silly stages that it would be nice to show off, but it's not that important. What now? What now? Should we play something that's maybe less or a little bit? Is this vertical? I can't remember. No, it's not. I thought it was vertical. It's not vertical. It's horizontal still. Hopping Mappy. One of those sequels nobody talks about. You're watching me instead of your senpai. Why are you doing that? So we've now got Hopping Mouse. I mean, you could always abandon me to hop more quickly. Just watch your senpai instead if you wish. You like me more, even though I'm just streaming arcade games badly with hopping mice. There we go. So yeah, this is, well, the original Mappy is kind of one of those iconic games where there's nothing else quite like it, apart from, you know, people who copied it later. This is just hopping around on pogo sticks and collecting things. It's not really what anybody was expecting from a sequel, I guess. Yeah, got some bonuses. Push button. Okay. Oh, and the cat got me. She's eaten a burger with me. She has. Had a burger and herb water. Well, I had the beer, which was actually the best thing about that meal. Hey, K Price 45. This game, yeah, this is. I mean, I'm kind of glad that Namco did try and do different things. I mean, you look at something like Dig Dug 2, and it really worked. It's a good sequel. Hopping Mappy though, it's just pretty much an avoid 'em up with things jumping around, isn't it? The NES got some Mappy sequel as well, didn't it? Is it Mappy Kids or something like that? I can't remember the name. I'm not too bad. I kind of like the original Mappy, K Price. It's one that, I mean, I'm not good at it, but I appreciate it for what it is. I like the way the levels evolve, and it stops being, you know, the trampolines end up at different levels. It's got its own little bonus round where you got to bounce on, you can't bounce on the trampolines too often. I think it's that's not what I'm saying. I think it's a pretty well designed game. I like that there's a version of it in the Taito nostalgia thing, including a different take using the same as that breakout game using the Mappy characters. So yeah, I think Mappy is one of Namco's good games. Little old mouse cop. Not so sure about the sequel. I'm glad they did something a bit different. And Mappy's also cute. Mappy, I think they could bring that Mappy back. I'm pretty sure they could do a new Mappy game, and people would appreciate little old mouse cop here. Seems like a character that could work in a modern game. So yes, everybody likes cats. Cats and mice, and the whole game of chase. Less people like police, but you can change direction mid-air, which is really weird as well. How can you hop backwards in mid-air? But you can. I don't know. This game it's very difficult to do anything. You really have to watch the shadows more than the rest of the graphics. The shadows give you an indication where the enemies actually are, whereas if they're jumping in the air, it's much more difficult to judge. But I think we should look at the Taito nostalgia thing after I die here, and then maybe call it a stream, because this was just meant to be a little test to make sure the microphone worked. We've got a bonus round again though. Look, just like Mappy, collecting balloons, although let's know how badly I'm doing at that. Yes, your button does make you jump more quick. Oh, okay. Earnings. This is one of those games maybe I should play more often. Maybe I should see what else it does, because I might be judging it just based on the first few rounds I played. No, I guess that's a timing thing getting past there. Wait for the gap or something. Because there is always a gap in the pattern, isn't there? Yeah, there we go. Namco's music's also very jolly. I think that's what helps. Yes, you could take away this hopping sprites and just replace them with shadows, and the game would be easier to play. So yeah, it's not an arcade game as such next, but we will quickly... I can't remember which Taito Nostalgia it's in. Not Taito Nostalgia. Why do you say Taito? Namco Nostalgia. Namco Nostalgia. Is it the second one or the first one? It is not in that one. So it is in the first one. Yes, there are Taito Nostalgias and Namco Nostalgias. All of them have a version of the games running on Zavix hardware, as well as a reworked version. Sound emulation is, of course, a little bit dodgy because it's, well, it's Zavix. Now this is the reworked version, isn't it? What keys do I need? Not that key. That key. That key. That key. So this is the Mappy based game that's not Mappy, that is in the Nostalgia unit. It also has a version of Mappy itself in, which I think has slightly broken scoring. But then they put this in. So we've got Mappy the Micro Police, we've got Namco, which obviously is a bit of a word pun based on Namco and cat, the cat sound. But, it's a breakout style game using the Mappy trampoline mechanic. So let's put some credits in and play. You do have the classic music. And yes, you can hold down the button to do a powerful jump, but it breaks your trampoline if you do it too often. We've got a catch thing here that's a bit of a power up. And, so it's a bit of a mix between something like Megumi Rescue and, you know, you break out with Mappy characters. A bit like Angel Kids as well, the same game, except you're not climbing up a beanstalk or anything else this time. And also this is just standard joystick input. It's got the classic music, which again is part of what makes Mappy fun, I think. It's a tune you can, so you don't, if it's red and you try and do the power thing by holding the button, you would just break the trampoline. So yeah, again, that's an idea inherited from Mappy itself with the trampolines that you can only do certain number of times. Just have to keep it in mind. It's really nice if we fix the Zavix sound emulation at some point. We've got to land. Leveling over until everything's gone. Yeah, I'm making this look more difficult than it really is. I almost made the mistake there. It's not that difficult. There we go. I didn't even get the flashing one to get the bonus. There's a technique to getting the thing to go where you want, and I've forgotten it. Is it a case of... There we go. Now we've got to hit Mappy up there. Yes, hurry, I'm trying to hurry. So yes, for some reason we are the bad guys. Because Mappy was up there and we had to knock him down. So it's Mappy Breakout. Also, if you've not played these nostalgia packs, the alternate versions of all the games are kind of interesting because none of them really play like the original. They're all new takes, just using the IP, and none of them exist outside of these nostalgia packs either. So you've got things like Slap Fight Tiger, which is Slap Fight but with Tiger Heli mechanics. You've got a gapless game where instead of shooting things, you're trying to group things. Xevious thing, which is more like a race, from what I remember. They're all pretty good. Now, if you do buy one of these units from Japan, you have to be careful because they don't come with the power adapter or TV adapters you need from memory. I think you have to buy those separately, which is a bit of a pain. But, well, let's... Oh, there you go. I don't want to do this again. Just bounce normally. So yeah, I think this is probably a Mappy thing that a lot of people aren't aware of because it's not one of the main series games. It's locked to this plug and play unit. I don't think it's ever been on a compilation other than this. There we go. Get Mappy. Well, he's up there. Round 3. So, oop. Anyway, it says insert coin. It's designed to look a bit like an arcade game, isn't it? So what else was in this unit? It doesn't reset very well. Let's fire it back up. This is the one. Each one's got 2 games in, so this is the one with the alternate Xevious thing. So let's quickly look at that. But yeah, this doesn't play like Xevious. This is a flag-based racing. Unfortunately, the music is really broken. This is where it needs the looping and envelopes. So this one, so you can still shoot, but it's more about collecting the flags and dodging stuff from memory. So it's I mean, there are still things to bomb. But, see, they'll just try to do something a bit different with it. Warning. Now we do have, I think, something to shoot, yeah. So you do get a shooty bit here. I can't remember. I think you've got to bomb the centre of it. Which means getting close enough. But, that's where I struggle. I'm going to do it within the time, and I failed. So yeah, I'm not really sure what to do with this one when you get to that point. But yeah, there are various interesting takes in these. What's on the second one? Nostalgia 2 had... yeah, this is one of the gapless one and a Dragon Buster. I'm not going to play these. Are you anti-Mappy, Antaeus? So yeah, this one's got versions of Gladiator and Legend of Kage. So this is the Legend of Kage version where... Ooh, press that one. You can play as different characters. So this time the female ninja here. Still basically the same game in this case, but you've got different weapons. You've got your bombs here. Now, in terms of the arcade Legend of Kage, the version with alternate sound was done recently, which had to feature on a stream. So yes, run along, shoot things. I'm not even sure what the condition for the first stage ending is. The second stage on this has a very clear counter of number of enemies you've got to destroy. The first stage gives you far less guidance. It's one of those arcade games in the first place that I think is quite polarising. A lot of people, I think, like it because it was popular on the UK home systems. I think everybody who had a Spectrum certainly had this game, and I think it reviewed quite well back then. And everybody just called it Legend of Kage. Yeah, it's maybe not one of Taito's best. But obviously it must be popular enough to put on these compilations. And there are different sections, as I said. Hoping we can get to the second one. The lightning effects are a little obnoxious, but that's just how the game was. Now you can also play as the dog. The other character selection is like the wolf, the dog character in this. Let's get the fiery breathing guy out of the way. I don't know which one plays better. I think the dog might be slightly easier to play than she is. You see, you can climb up the trees as well, which I don't think there's any real benefit to doing so. There we go. So here you go. You see, this level, you've clearly got the counter at the bottom. It tells you exactly how many enemies you have to get rid of to play at the stage. So why couldn't the first stage have something like that? It made a lot more sense. Like I said, they're breathing underwater with the little pipes. There we go, you see. Decrease the counter, and you know where you go. Now this one you've got to go up, and again this level gives you guidance. It tells you go up, but it's pointing up. You go up, you know what you're doing. So why is the first stage the one that really doesn't tell you what to do? Should we play the arcade after this? I don't know. There we go, we got to the top. Now we're up here. And we're lacking in guidance again. Do we run up here? I can't remember at this point. Yeah, I think we run up there, yeah. Let's run up the stairs by not being on the stairs and running up the stairs. I just said it was going to end, didn't I, after Mappy, but oh well. Maybe we'll squeeze this one up to an hour. Slime. That's fine. Oh, that's the roof. So reach the roof. Again, what are we doing now? No guidance. Are we killing people? Are we killing this guy? Killing the sorcerer guy here? I don't know. Looks like we should be killing him. We can't attack him. Actually, we do have a bomb, which I'm not really using. No, take a bomb. Take another bomb. Oh dear, we died. But yeah, that's a different version. I say you can play as there's the dog too. No, I didn't want to do that. Anyway, it doesn't matter. We'll not play as a dog. So let's quickly fire up. Yeah, let's say this is the old sound version that was added recently to MAME. MSM 5232 sound version. This is the arcade game. Sounds a little bit different to the other arcade sets. But very much the same thing. So let's just for some reason, I mean, you just follow the same formula. And again, I can't understand why on the first level it gives you no guidance. I mean, maybe it's just wants you to enjoy yourself jumping around, climbing up on trees and whatever else. But why? But yeah, I think we've seen it. I might do a better play of that at some other point. But yeah, this was just a test stream. So thank you all for being here. Thank you, Tara and Teus and Key Price. So I might do another stream a little bit later today. We'll see. I just wanted to make sure the new microphone worked as it should, and it does. So that's all good. And I'm going to transfer this one up to YouTube in a bit. So thank you, everybody, and I'll hopefully see you next time. So let's go with outro.